What do you see that no one else does? When you fall down, when you aim higher, when you build legacy,
But I'm angry.
when you change history. No one knows what legendary looks like when they see it, until that moment arrives and they ask themselves, what do you see?
Getting into PC gaming can be daunting if you don't have time, are on a budget, or are just starting out and don't know exactly what you're looking for. Thankfully, we just redesigned iBuyPower.com with a few tools to make everything easier for anybody trying to jump into a new PC. It's all about finding what's best for you. Let's start at the top. If you're just starting out and need a recommendation of what to look for, Easy Builder is the perfect choice. Enter in the type of games you really want to play, what you want to play them on, what platform you're thinking of, and how much you want to spend. Our system will track down the right system for your budget. And in case you need to make any adjustments, you can just click Customize and add a few tweaks however you see fit. Simple, straight to the point. But what if you need something more? You know your stuff, you just don't have the time to build a custom DIY PC from scratch. That's where Custom Configurator comes in. Choose from the newest cutting-edge hardware on the market and we'll build you your dream PC just the way you like it. We even have a section filled with extras just in case you need them. But what if you need a system now? You know your tech and you just need a PC to play the latest and greatest thing that just came out. We got you. iBuyPower RDY systems are exactly for you. Featuring the same amazing part selection from our DIY configurator, these pre-built systems ship within 24 hours and are guaranteed to arrive on your doorstep as quickly as possible. You'll be ready for anything that comes your way. 3 different ways to build a PC, one simple way to do it. iBuyPower.com. However you game, we got you.
What's up, guys? I'm Heston, and welcome to Room for Improvement, the show where we take college gamers and transform their living spaces into the ultimate gaming setup.
This is nuts.
Let's get started.
Attention, all gamers. Start your engines!
What do you see that no one else does? When you fall down, when you aim higher, when you build legacy,
But I'm angry.
when you change history. No one knows what legendary looks like when they see it, until that moment arrives and they ask themselves, what do you see?
Getting into PC gaming can be daunting if you don't have time, are on a budget, or are just starting out and don't know exactly what you're looking for. Thankfully, we just redesigned iBuyPower.com with a few tools to make everything easier for anybody trying to jump into a new PC. It's all about finding what's best for you. Let's start at the top. If you're just starting out and need a recommendation of what to look for, Easy Builder is the perfect choice. Enter in the type of games you really want to play, what you want to play them on, what platform you're thinking of, and how much you want to spend. Our system will track down the right system for your budget. And in case you need to make any adjustments, you can just click Customize and add a few tweaks however you see fit. Simple, straight to the point. But what if you need something more? You know your stuff, you just don't have the time to build a custom DIY PC from scratch. That's where Custom Configurator comes in. Choose from the newest cutting-edge hardware on the market, and we'll build you your dream PC just the way you like it. We even have a section filled with extras just in case you need them. But what if you need a system now? You know your tech, and you just need a PC to play the latest and greatest thing that just came out. We got you. iBuyPower RDY systems are exactly for you. Featuring the same amazing part selection from our DIY configurator, these pre-built systems ship within 24 hours and are guaranteed to arrive on your doorstep as quickly as possible. You'll be ready for anything that comes your way. 3 different ways to build a PC, one simple way to do it. iBuyPower.com. However you game, we got you.
What's up, guys? I'm Heston, and welcome to Room for Improvement, the show where we take college gamers and transform their living spaces into the ultimate gaming setup.
This is nuts.
Let's get started.
Attention, all gamers. Start your engines!
What do you see that no one else does? When you fall down, when you aim higher, when you build legacy,
But I'm angry.
when you change history. No one knows what legendary looks like when they see it, until that moment arrives and they ask themselves, what do you see?
Getting into PC gaming can be daunting if you don't have time, are on a budget, or are just starting out and don't know exactly what you're looking for. Thankfully, we just redesigned iBuyPower.com with a few tools to make everything easier for anybody trying to jump into a new PC. It's all about finding what's best for you. Let's start at the top. If you're just starting out and need a recommendation of what to look for, Easy Builder is the perfect choice. Enter in the type of games you really want to play, what you want to play them on, what platform you're thinking of, and how much you want to spend. Our system will track down the right system for your budget. And in case you need to make any adjustments, you can just click Customize and add a few tweaks however you see fit. Simple, straight to the point. But what if you need something more? You know your stuff. You just don't have the time to build a custom DIY PC from scratch. That's where
Hello and welcome to the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference Esports Rocket League Semifinals. I'm your cast of the day, Eric Desirux Beltran. Joining me on the desk, it is Jordan, FBI Tugboat Fitzpatrick. Tug, the grass is green with the smell of gasoline. Are you ready for what we got today?
Absolutely, a little collegiate Rocket League coming at you guys here today. Semifinals wise, coming through on board first, we'll be looking at the University of Delaware Blue Hens taking on the College of Staten Island Rocket Dolphins, you said?
Yeah, the Rocket Dolphins is what they go by, yeah.
Rocket Dolphins. What a name. What a name. If it's all in a name, that is literally everything, Desirex.
We can keep it simple on the other end.
I'm sorry?
You know, we can keep it simple on the other end where we have Illinois Wesleyan, which we were trying to struggle to pronounce at the end of the day. But hey, we're getting it right now versus West Virginia University.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That'll be the second semifinals match. These coming through standard rules, Rocket League wise for you guys. Typical 5-minute quarters, best of fives. Winner will be punching their ticket to that grand finals, and we'll be watching both of these semis. Speaking of these teams, to get on to the bracket and show you guys how these teams did get here. Now, of course, Desirex, where the attention goes to, where the eyes goes to, really, is that both University of Delaware, both the Blue Hens and the Rocket Dolphins came in at this one 3-2, barely getting in the skin of their teeth, but still got here, and that's what's important.
Yeah, just barely getting in, but, you know, it's a battle. It's a struggle. They've had more time on the field. It's given them time to adapt and just scope out how things are going to be. It's rough at the end of the day, but you got time to improve. The other end is not as competitive as we thought it was going to be when it comes to West Virginia University and Illinois Wesleyan.
Yeah, so the West Virginia University Potomac Southern College, henceforth referred to as WVU or West Virginia for the grace of our casters here, taking down Mount Union 3-0 fashion that quarterfinals match to punch their ticket to the semis. Looking at the other squad over there, Illinois Wesleyan 3-1 against Long Island, as Desirex said, just a little bit less competitive on the other side. Much closer matches when we're talking University of Delaware and the College of Staten Island.
Hey, it makes me excited, though, because it's quite even on both ends then. You know, you look at one end, you got the 3-2s. You look at the other end, 3-1, 3-0. At least we're having some competition here today, Tugboat.
Exactly. What, only one team getting swept coming into this one, that's Mount Union, only one team doing the sweeping. But at this point, we got to shout out some of the organizations that are the people that do make this possible. Obviously, first and foremost, producer Sam Price, we appreciate him making our jobs as casters just so much easier, and we do appreciate that. Run through some of the organizations, ending with a little bit of giveaway information for you guys. Some solid esports hardware getting given away at the end of this. Shout out to HyperX. If you don't know who this is, maybe it's your first day in esports or something like that. We have the Silver Gaming headset, FPS, mechanical keyboard, and the Pulsefire FPS gaming mouse being given away at the end of this. I'll be putting a link in the chat for you guys to kind of check out on that one. Big shout outs as well to iBuyPower, Legion by Lenovo, another big esports hardware company, as well as ECAC, of course, the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference, and CSMG, that is the Collegiate Sports Management Group. Big stuff, and we really appreciate these orgs for making this event here possible.
Yeah, you gotta love when people actually put a hand in to help out with esports. We always want to see the scene grow, Tugboat, don't we?
Absolutely. Link is now in chat. We might be in a little bit of a delay, so I might have gone in like 10 seconds ago. Doesn't matter. Click on that one. Go ahead and sign up. There's multiple different ways to kind of increase your chances of winning this stuff. But that's $150 worth of esports hardware running through this again. As you see here, the HyperX Cloud, that's the pro gaming headset, the silver one. The mouse here is the Alloy FPS Pro Mechanical Gaming keyboard. Oh, never mind. The Pulsefire FPS Gaming mouse, getting these two mixed up here. There it is. That's the HyperX Alloy FPS Pro. That is mechanical-wise, so especially if you like your clickety-clacks, that'll be a solid win for somebody. Go ahead and sign up at that link. I'll put this in a couple more times as we go on through here with the action starting between the University of Delaware and the College of Staten Island here in just a minute.
All right, we're all ready to get onto the field. So I'm excited about this one, Tugboat. I am ready for some Rocket League action. I'm ready for what these teams can bring for us.
Yes, sir. What acrobatic rocket-powered battle? Man, I always forget it. I gotta look it up again. The original name of Rocket League, powered acrobatic. Almost there. Supersonic acrobatic rocket-powered battle cars. There you go.
Hey,
there you go. Got it out there. Got it out there. Getting it going. Kindle side of University of Delaware going to be joined by teammates. That is Steeks, and that is going to be I had the name just a second ago here, but they're taking on the College of Staten Island.
Yeah, already getting started off. Taking shots right away is going to be Delaware, getting into Staten Island side of the field. So Delaware able to return and keep ball control on that side. Yeah,
so far, University of Delaware, I've actually casted this team a whole lot. Steez, Kindle, and Bruzza. Bruzza, I believe, playing under the different, but Steez, I believe, is one member who kind of switches out kind of a starting position with the other. I'll have the name for that one a little bit later, but again, sometimes a different lineup when you're talking about the University of Delaware Blue Hens.
So another shot over towards Delaware's side of the field, Staten Island, as the demo does go through. 11 will miss the shot, but Mux is there to send it back over towards Delaware's side. So a lot of competition here. It's going back and forth. A little bit of volleyball, Tugboat.
Yes, absolutely. Just don't let this ball hit the ground. Drifties, Mux, and 11 team coming in for the side of the College of Staten Island. Henceforth referred to as Staten Island. Minute 15 in. Kindle barely getting to that one. Nicely done. Rotations just realizing the nick of time, and the Blue Hens fly back at it.
Yeah, Kendall right there with the love tap, just barely able to get in and stop that from getting into his goal. So now Delaware's time to try and make their position on the field known, but Staten Island will not have it. They will keep that ball control over towards Delaware's side, gonna knock it over towards the goal and finds it long. Steez with a beautiful shot.
Minute 40 in, we get our first goal on stream. Beautiful stuff. We'll be updating you guys as far as fastest one. Technically, this is the fastest goal, but that is because that is the first goal. Minute 40 into this one. College of Staten Island really maintaining a lot of aggressive possession of this ball. Delaware coming away with a huge long-range shot to put in the first one. 1-0 now.
Yeah, catching Staten Island pretty much with their pants down. No one there to defend the goal, and now Delaware look to play some defense of their own against Staten Island, who have been aggressively keeping it towards this side, but it's been leaving them a little bit open, as we saw from that goal earlier.
Also, kind of an act of attrition so far. We have seen just here as Bruzza, spent 15 seconds trying to find some sort of boost some ways. Now as it rotations coming back through, bigger boosts opening up and more, Delaware going to be well-suited for this defense into offense.
And now Staten Island, Drifty able to get the boost. Kendall on the receiving end here, trying to make sure the shot doesn't go in. Barely on the edge, gets tapped by Driftsies. That's going to go 1-1 very early.
Beautiful stuff. Like we just saw, Kindle coming off the side has no boost. I tell you, Deserex, you're looking at a Kindle player that has 15-20. This game is still going. We're past halftime, and Delaware is still up 1-0. As it is, that is theory crafting at its worst. 1-1 as we approach halftime.
Might as well be 2-minute 30-second rounds, having this be tied up dead even. Staten Island going to knock it over towards Delaware's side of the field. See what Delaware can do after getting gold on. And Demolition going right through the center.
There's a double, and that's going to open it up all day long. 11-teen reads this like a book, and he has lessons. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, beautiful. That demo right on the money, gets the shot to go through so easily for Staten Island.
Yeah, second one kind of happened a little bit easier than the first, but that was just completely off the back of some well-coordinated demos and more. Rotations came in, everything was working for Staten Island on that one.
Yeah, so the pass over to Steez, but Levantine is there to find the block, try and get some ball control back. Bruzza gets swept away, and now Muck sees an open goal, but will get intercepted. Drifty is going to take the shot. We'll get some more boost to try and make another attempt, but cannot find the tap. It's going to be Levantine who finds it instead. Off the backboard, can't get the shot. Mux tries for another one. Staten Island are all over this place, but Delaware are on the defense.
Yeah, this has just been absolutely oppressive. Staten Island wise. Bruzzen almost puts in one of his own, but the demo comes in at the end. Now he'll be back to 3-3, and they gave him some boost. Dangerous situations. This one, oh yeah, okay, it was a blocked away, fantastic redirect, defensive-wise on that. Muck's going to get a solid little hit on this, and again, Staten Island defense just simply doing a much better job of reversing this momentum through.
Man, so rough for Kendall. He never has boost when he needs it the most. Now, we're seeing Staten Island going for another shot, not able to get it in, not able to get that angle. Kendall still trying to find the recovery, gets knocked away, ball's in the air. Steez able to get some positioning, but Mux is there to find the block.
The Staten Island just kind of showing off why it's just as good to hit this up. Kendall with a whiff. We have a fan engaged, Deserox.
So close. Now Steve's going to take an attempt at a shot. Here comes Kendall, but he can't get the angle. 11 will knock it away, but Bruzza will send it on midfield.
Very close game so far. The double defense right here, and Evelyn takes him to task. Staten Island up 3-1.
Goodness, Tugboat, the offense of Staten Island, once they get it on Delaware's side of the field, they send so many members over there to keep control and keep the shots coming.
It's very fancy, but at the end of the day, is kind of rudimentary Rocket League. The rotation simply coming in from Staten Island, and once again, this coming off the back of a continued boost battle. It's an active attrition, just completely starving out. The only real resource in Rocket League that has out there is Mux put on a clinic. That one was earned very, very well. Bruzza should have gotten a better hit on that one, and Mux just reads it again.
Yeah, Bruzza sending it the wrong way. Steve's wrong place, wrong time. Can't get the shot in. It's going to be Staten Island going up 3. 27 seconds left. This is pretty much all into their pocket.
Yep, this is pretty much over at this point. These are higher level Rocket League teams, and it would be a very rare situation to have let in 3 in just as many seconds. With that, though, Steez makes the dream alive. Of course, with our, our Rocket League rules, this game will not end until the ball hits the ground at 0-0-0. So a single score in the first 14 seconds? That's like 2 possessions. It's still going to be a tough task.
I mean, Delaware are challenging. They heard us talking, but Staten Island's there to respond right away. Steez will be able to recover the ball, send it back towards midfield. Nope, doesn't look like that tall task will be answered, Tugboat. The clock ticks down. One more goal. Nope, it's going to be going over to Staten Island.
4-2 is not an embarrassing scoreline by any means, but still a fantastic job for Staten Island to kind of put this one first. That's the Dolphins right there. Really putting a solid foot forward first. Now, of course, any best-of-5 game, there's going to be a lot of learning to do here, right? Whoever simply sits down and kind of realizes what they did wrong, what they want to recreate, will be the team that comes through in game number 2, has much better performance.
Yeah, you have a lot of time to adjust when you do have these best-of-5 scenarios. And, it is going to be a long set if you are able to start turning this around, and that's part of that battle of attrition. That's what this is going to bring out of these players, going to bring out of these teams. It's the championship rounds, Tugboat.
Exactly. Top 4 right here. Everybody getting the glory in this one. And again, even dropping down in a super competitive league like this for the ECAC, for the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference, getting this far, it's nothing that should keep you up at night, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, most definitely. But I'm curious how Delaware are going to adjust to this one, because the one thing we saw from Staten Island was they're so well coordinated once they get it towards Delaware's side of the field. Those demos on point, that ball control, just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it really has been fantastic. It's simply going to be about spending more time on offense. It's something that on paper might be a little bit easier said than done, but even if you have to do it without boost, simply go forth and make those shots up. Time will be ticked off as we're in the perfect 50, the true neutral situation. 0-0 right now.
So now Mux trying to find an angle here. Goes over towards midfield. You're getting a lot of boost control over towards the side of Staten Island, who will be able to hold majority control over this as they are going to attempt another shot. Can't find it. Steez will be able to steal it away.
But once again, we got a shot of Driftsy there for a second, and just classic stuff. Always with 100, always with something more than 50, which means you can get whole much.
Oh!
Steez, the second shot attempted, first goal in the side, University of Delaware. There's going to be a University of Delaware squad that's come through here and now taking the lead for the first time in this matchup.
Yeah, Delaware able to get that first goal. Hopefully that's a momentum boost for them to try and make this a series, start taking this back to Staten Island. Ball goes up in the air, Staten. Kendall coming off on that edge, does have quite a lot of boost to work with. Bruzza, not quite the same situation, so Staten Island able to just take control of that ball straight over towards Delaware's side.
It seems that Delaware is sometimes trying to get aerial when that isn't necessarily, the play for here, offense or defensive-wise. That might be where a lot of the boost there is going, because Staten Island just simply had less control over it. What a huge redirect and an even better save by Kendall.
Yeah, now Mux has a shot. He tries to take it, but it is denied. Now 11 on the receiving end. Will try and pass it over towards the goal, but he's got two defenders on the end. Kendall able to find the block.
Flip reset or not going to matter on that one when you have a University of Delaware blue hidden squad playing defense like that, my friend. 11 coming up for it again. We just saw what he can do up in the top. Freaking flyer indeed. Steez out of the side.
Yeah, now popped in the air. Kendall will knock it down, but Driftsy is there. We saw he was the one who attempted that nice pristine shot earlier that was blocked. Now 11 will try one of his own, but it's Delaware on the offense now, and it's open. Bruzza will get the score.
Talk about a half-pitch shot right here. This beautiful stuff. Excuse me, that's Bruzza for more like 2/3. Excuse me, Bruzza. Didn't mean to underestimate you, man. It was fantastic stuff. Longer range shots. University of Delaware continues to get shots in like that. Longer range ones when Staten Island isn't rotated, even though they've been getting there super early. Delaware will take this game.
So Delaware starting off really well in this game number 2. Now they're holding the ball, keeping it over towards Staten's side. Bruzza on the defense, able to knock it towards Staten's side once again. You can see just how offensive Delaware is being now as Bruzza tries to take a shot, but Drifty is there to be able to find the block. Still, Steez will knock it up one more time off the backboard. Kendall will not be able to get the shot of his own. Boost is too low for Delaware now.
Bruzza, kind of playing this one a little bit far back. I understand the defense, but would have been nice for Delaware players to have been able to connect with their teammates after the takeaway, then passes that usually precede points. Not going to happen today. Delaware trying to get back on the offensive. Staten Island kind of showing flashes of how they were able to do that in game 1.
Oh, we see the demo go through, and that's setting up the shot for 11 to find it. Now we finally got a score on the board for Staten Island.
Oh, okay. So Steez, that was a half-hearted attempt on the side. Not really that big a deal on missing it. He was just relying on teammate to have been alive even through the demo, unfortunately. Just past halftime as Staten Island narrows this goal lead by 1.
Knocked towards center field once again. Mux tries to get the recovery, but there's more members of Delaware surrounding the ball right now. 11 finds his opening. Barely able to snake on in. Mux will get the recovery, but gets slipped. Steez will knock it back over towards Statens, but 11 will keep this even. You're starting to see the competition here. Knocked over towards Staten Islands once again. Now Drifty sees an opening, but Steez is able to block it. 11 knocks it into the air, but there's no one there to take the shot. Over the top, it will not go in. Bruzza finds the defense and finds it going back over towards Staten Island's side of the field.
Yeah, type into Google how to reverse momentum in Rocket League. You can just look at that clip right there, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic stuff. The University of Delaware is firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, and another shot over towards midfield. Recovery coming in from Staten Island. 17, he's going for it. 11, excuse me. He gets the score, setting this dead even 2-2 apiece.
11 is just like the bully under the bridge that you have to pay to just to cross. That's going to be a payment in literal actual demos, like your literal life and card, everything in between. But seriously, he's just been doing everything in a bag of chips here towards this middle, whether it's aerial stops, whether it's offensive pushes of his own, or really, really early defensive rotation. Everything is going 11's way.
So now the ball over towards Delaware's side of the field. You're starting to feel the momentum shift as Staten Island keeps taking their shots, keeps grabbing that boost control. Mux is able to get even more, and Steez doesn't have that much to try and find some attempts here. He finally grabs some boost, gets a full lock, but Mux will knock it back over towards Delaware's side of the field. Bruzza takes the shot going sideways and finds it.
Perfect touch on this. I'm so glad we get this replay. What happens right here is like the moment coming in from this angle, 9 times out of 10 Bruzza would actually slow this down or end up hitting it way too far to the right. As it is, that's an absolutely perfect redirect, as close to a doink as you get without actually being one. Speeds up momentum, because if that had been any slower, it would have been easily blocked away by defender.
Ooh, a nice goal coming in for Delaware, but you can feel the desperation. Staten Island trying to set up right now for a goal as 11-team comes in on the side, goes for the shot, and he will even it out once again.
6 shots attempted, 3 goals in, 50% shot completion rate for the side, or for this individual, for 11-team. That's it. Everything going his way, everything coming up roses, Deserex.
He's looking so good right now. He's really carrying Staten Island in this game number 2. But Steve sees an open goal. Drifty is able to block it away. Gets knocked over. 11-team trying to gain control. It's going to go over Kendall. 11-team knocks it up one more time. He's trying to find the shot, but Steez is there to be able to block it. And Bruzza will send it over back over towards Staten Island. Takes it over the top, and Kendall finds the score.
Fantastic stuff. That's now University of Delaware taking the lead again. We have flipped this lead over and over and over like ice pancake in the morning.
No kidding. Is 11-team going to find the goal within 13 seconds is the big question now, Tugboat.
Yeah, it's enough time to do it. Staten Island's going to have to cover this one up right now. Literally, that's past.
Oh, one shot miss. Drifties goes for it, and he gets the score. Oh, my God. 6 seconds left on the clock.
I'm sitting here freaking out about 13 Deserex. This man Driftseed comes in. Fantastic stuff. Only uses 7 of his allotted 13. And I mean, you know, on paper, right, it would have been nice to burn off like 5 more seconds or something like this so you can actually like push to it overtime while Delaware has this momentum. But back to it. Up and down.
He's going for the shot. He won't make it. Overtime, we're going into Tugboat. That was a close one.
It was indeed. Game number 2. Game 1 went for the side of Staten Island 4-2. This one looking a little bit different. Delaware Blue Hens have found their pace.
Yeah, here we go now. This is as competitive as it gets. This is some good Rocket League right now. In Staten Island, they're looking to find a goal over towards Delaware's side, but Kendall there trying to find the reception. The shot coming in for Drifties, but the block from Steez, brilliant.
Fantastic stuff. Steez trying to steal this one away later on in the overtime situation. 11-team back to it. Danger man behind the wheel right here, because he's done everything with or without boost, but now push back to that situation without boost. Going to be tough. Bucks up. Bruzza barely gets there. Bruzza gets tapped on that one by other offender, and this game is over.
11-team going into the air. Will find the block there. Kendall tries to find a shot. Too many members of Staten Island's there. Bruzza tries to sneak one in. He will not be able to get it. Staten Island defending tooth and nail right now, but Bruzza has it in the air. So close to going in that goal. Delaware trying so hard to find it. But will they, as Drifties now sends it over towards Delaware's side. Steez able to get the recovery. 11-team. He's poising up for the shot. Is anyone there to find the receiving end? The answer is going to be no, as Mux gets the defense on his own goal.
Mux getting the glove out to that one. Fantastic stuff. We were looking at the end of this game until that nice hit to the left side. Kendall trying to get up to it. All is required is a couple demos. We already saw what Staten Island can do with that earlier.
Oh, they got a lot of boost to work with right now. Delaware trying to set it up. Kendall shot over, but it is blocked. Now Delaware trying so hard to find the goal are going to be on the receiving end, as Staten Island are the ones taking their shots now. Kendall will be able to spike it back down to the ground. Bruzza sends it to the air, but Mux will not allow the shot to be set.
Well, looking at coming into 8 minutes of time in this game number 2. 2 full minutes of overtime will be achieved now. 4-4 here. High-scoring game, got to say, but the 11-team getting demolished there again. Yeah, Delaware is now learning what the value of these even single demolitions, man.
Yeah, trying to go for the demos more and more. You saw right there, they attempted one on Drifty, but unable to get the demo on him just yet. Drifty tries to find the block. Mux is there to get the block instead. 11-team poised to knock it into the air once more. Will be able to juke one out. Mux finds the defense. Still no goal to come in. We're only 2 minutes, 30 seconds of this overtime. I say only, but we've been in for quite some time now.
Yeah, we got literally another half game here as Kindle does get demoed, pushing out to the side. That's actually decently... Okay, never mind. Not dangerous. No members of Staten Island are there. The Staten Island really is playing a much more passive game here. Obviously, they don't want to drop this, but at a certain point, you got to get this offense going!
Oh, here we go. Trying to come in for the shot. Can't find it. 11-teen tries to get a shot of his own, but Bruzza is there to find the block and now set it over towards Staten Island side of the field. Will get knocked out by 11-teen. No boost for Bruzza, but full boost for Steez, who's trying to set up a shot, but no one there to really back him up. It's going to be Staten Island who get control of the field until Bruzza finally makes his return. Boost ready. So does Steez. So does Kendall. But the defense too good out of Staten Island so far.
Good read there by Steez, just realizing he's simply not to it quite yet, and then now trusting in his teammates to get and cover this one up to the left side. Every second this ball spins aloft in this defensive area, of course, is to the advantage of this defense. Gives them time to come through, pick up boost, and rotate exactly where they need to go. Big run here by Kendall, tries to get over it. Drifty gets the slowest demo I've ever seen in Rocket League.
Just a little love tap. Tiny little love tap, but still for some reason makes that car go boom.
Cooties, that's what it is. Love tap.
Yeah, send into the air once again over towards Staten Island side. Drifty kind of hits somewhat of a pseudo block here. Wants to pop up to try and get the shot. 11-teen is going to go for it off the backboard, but the rest of Delaware is there to be able to recover the ball. Max boost for Kendall as he gets ball control and sends it over towards Staten Island side.
Back to the middle. Easy pickup there by 11-teen. Reads that one easy as we're 45 seconds away from an entire new game. Longest time ever cast in overtime was 12 minutes and some change. That's what we're looking at right now.
Ooh, we got a demo. Ball's over towards Delaware's side. Looking for the setup now. Max boost coming in from Drifty. Drifty knocks it over towards the goal, but the defense coming good from Delaware so far. So 11-teen now tries to set up the shot. Delaware on the defense, though, keeps Staten Island guessing. No one to set up the shot there. Drifty couldn't set up in time.
Yeah, again, so Staten Island kind of playing a little bit more passive offense right now. If they had been doubled up in the offensive box right there would have been an easy accepting of the pass and maybe on a pop pass over very quickly,
Mux
but
goes.
not going to matter. Mux comes flying through the middle, a dart through the air, a hellion at night, and that's going to be Staten Island taking game number 2.
Oh, look at that. It is beautiful. Right off the roof of the car, sends it dunking, spiking right on in, and gives Delaware a nice win. Be able to try and take this one.
Staten Island, but yes, right? Yeah, Staten Island, all gravy. Yes, so CSI, there has been a murder here so far across 2 games. That is, Delaware has been dropping those now 2-0 to the side of Staten Island, coming through and just ripping and tearing. That overtime was an ugly one, Deserex, and I know ugly.
Yeah, it looked good for Delaware for just a moment, but I mean, the standout member we saw there, constant rejections coming out of 11-teen, constant goals coming out from 11-teen to keep Staten Island in that and get them their win when it came to the overtime.
Exactly. 11-teen is showing up in every single side of this field. Obviously, we only get so much of an angle in any of these perspectives. 11-teen was in it 90% of the time. He's a fan of the camera, Deserex. Game 3 coming in. Last opportunity for University of Delaware. Rocking a hard play situation.
Oh, man, I don't want to see a 3-0. Delaware have been able to bring some pretty good play to this matchup. Just Staten Island have been the better aggressors thus far.
This is fair. This is fair. What I want to see on the side of Delaware is picking up some of those double demos, my man. Get those blue hens pecking. See what Staten Island can do after you take out 2 of them on offense. Shake that tree, see what falls out.
Nah, the Murder Dolphins. They're taking it too good when they set up these.
That's metal.
Ooh, the Murder Dolphins looking to set up a shot right here, but Delaware, nope. 11-teen, we know what he can do when he's able to set up control, but he has 0 boost, so 0 control to come out of him. Driftley, however, coming in fresh, tries to send over Steez, but Steez will be there with the response.
Steez all over this one. Staten Island looking much more cool, calm, and collected after the anxiety, the close game of game number 2 done and dusted. Just shy of 5 minutes on that one, so a 9-minute and 50-second game.
Going over towards Staten Island side of the field, but no threat to be had right now when it's over towards the side of the goalpost. Drifty will find his control and will knock it over towards Delaware's side, but Kendall is there to respond. Can he find a setup? Gets sent over towards Staten Island side, but no setup to be had there. Fight for boost control doesn't result in a shot going in for Delaware. Still trying to find it, still getting sent over towards the side.
Top bar continuing to show up as the 4th man here for the Staten Island squad. And sidebar kind of shows up, but does not make the same performance. The side of Delaware, I hate to see it. That one perfectly in. Drifty got past one on the top. Second one just simply didn't get there in time. We'll see what 11-team the rest of Staten Island can do now that they are in the lead.
Yeah, Staten Island, they're riding high on confidence, and they're going to be the ones who feel much more comfortable being the aggressors in this matchup now. But Delaware still try to find their shots. They are going to be denied, sending it over towards the goalpost, but will not find their way in.
Shot to the middle. Kendall almost gets this, and almost an accidental defensive block by Mux. That one was not on point. Mux does not get the opportunity. And okay, good viewers, good Rocket League fans. I just want you to, a perfect example. I just want you to pay attention whenever you switch to a Staten Island player. Whenever they're on offense, they have at least 40 boost or so, whereas Delaware is simply looking out here pecking, just trying to find anything scraps-wise, small booster, anything down bottom. This is why Staten Island is able to do what they've been able to do so far in this game 3.
Yeah, it's really feeling like desperate play now. Staten Island are just so well composed. They're so well organized when they come to approaching this field, and Delaware just can't really do anything about it. They had one competitive game, but in this game number 3, it is looking like it's going to be a clean 3-0 stomp.
That is exactly what we're on board here for right now.
Oh,
Goose Egg showing so far is, well, this game, maybe it's just because we had a 5-minute overtime last time, but this game seeming like it has not been halftime already. Steez comes in with a streaker, not going to happen on that side, easily blocked away, packed right in the face.
Yeah, now Mux tries to get ball control, sends it over to Drifty, will be challenged. Drifty still sends it over towards the side of Staten Island. But now it's over towards Delaware. Steez is able to get control of the ball. Mux knocks it over, tries to set it up for 11-team, but gets blocked and slides over Bruzza with a long distance goal.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Wow.
What was that? Was that Drifty? Yeah, it's all good, Drifty. We've all been there before. You know, you're just trying to do everything so much in the middle. Just ball gets past you. Realizing this one, there was nothing to be done. Just kind of, you know, watch the world end, right? Watch the asteroid come in.
You could feel his pain, man. You could really feel his pain on that last one.
Oh yes, oh yes. Like, been there before a few times myself. We're not going to talk about that anymore, though. Back to the middle, 11-team with a very wonky hit. Not 100% sure what the idea there was. Because even so, setting back up. Now, if Muxkin takes advantage of this, and that's beautiful, and maybe the method to the madness, but otherwise, not 100% sure where that one was going.
I don't know, maybe just a little bit of hubris right there, getting a little overconfident, not really caring what's going on. They feel like they have it sealed in the bag, and that's what's setting up Delaware right now to go for this goal. But 11-team too fast, uses the boost to get the block, knocks it back up towards Delaware's side of the field.
Oh, man, 11-team just coming a little bit too fast at this one as well. Maybe that having that boost is actually coming in at the detriment now, because that was a perfect example of 11-team with a little bit more management of his ball control, car control, and boost. Means that he would have been able to flick that one in pretty easily. 3-1's much more attractive lead.
Oh, the ball in a bad spot for Staten, but they will be able to knock it away and get some control as they try and knock it off. You can see Bruzza trying his hardest to fly through the rest of Delaware. They're all doing these very, very desperate shots, these very desperate plays to keep it on this side, to keep their boost pretty much zeroed out as they go for shot after shot after shot. But Staten Island, they have such control. 11-team knocks it over once again. Now Mux goes for the shot, but Bruzza will find the defense. Delaware in desperation mode.
Desperation mode indeed, but a lead of one is no lead indeed in the great game of Rocket League. This can go down at any time, and we've already seen one overtime. I would not be surprised if the second one shows up on the menu.
Oh, trying to get it. Bruzza will be able to knock it away there, but 11-team pops it into the air, tries to find the shot. Mux setting up, has 77 boost, so he can work with this to continue the offense of Staten Island, but Bruzza will have none of that. No, Mux will be able to find that offense nonetheless. The timer's ticking down in Tugboat. I think this is over right here. I think we got a 3-0. Delaware, say your prayers. There's your Hail Mary going straight to the ground. Staten Island take it 3-0.
Yes, sir. Not for a lack of trying. University of Delaware loses all 3 games, 2-4 fashion in the first game, 4-5 fashion in 9-minute and 46-second game 2, and then 2-1, about the lowest you can while still getting... well, it is the lowest you can while still actually getting a point on the board without any goose eggs showing up. Tough breaks, but the Blue Hens sent home packing.
Yeah, and you know what? Staten Island looked like a great team. They look like a team that should be heading towards the finals anyway. Some of the plays we saw out of 11 team, especially in that game number 2, that was some insane clutch that he was able to pull off to bring it back for Staten Island.
Yeah, I mean, just as an update, that was 34 seconds. They were down by 2, took the next to last one at 13 seconds, and then 11 team says, 13 seconds, I'll do it in 6. Fantastic stuff. Gave 7 seconds to the teammates, to his opponents, and everything else to come forward on this and even try something. Didn't happen, pushed it overtime, and after 4 minutes and 46 seconds, did take it for Staten Island. A game that could have gone either way,
Yeah,
but it is not. We have a 3-0 sweep. The Brooms are out here for first game. Now we got West Virginia University taking on Illinois Wesleyan next, right?
Yeah, that's going to be the game that's coming up next. Both of these teams had very, very strong performances coming into this. We talked about it. West Virginia University 3-0 coming into this matchup. Illinois Wesleyan 3-1 coming to this matchup. They're very, very strong teams. They got a lot of momentum going for them. It's definitely going to be a clash, and we're going to see it when we come back from this break. We will be right back. More of the ECAC Esports Rocket League semifinals coming right at you.
What do you see that no one else does? When you fall down, when you aim higher, when you build legacy,
But I'm angry.
when you change history. No one knows what legendary looks like when they see it, until that moment arrives and they ask themselves, what do you see?
Getting into PC gaming can be daunting if you don't have time, are on a budget, or are just starting out and don't know exactly what you're looking for. Thankfully, we just redesigned iBuyPower.com with a few tools to make everything easier for anybody trying to jump into a new PC. It's all about finding what's best for you. Let's start at the top. If you're just starting out and need a recommendation of what to look for, Easy Builder is the perfect choice. Enter in the type of games you really want to play, what you want to play them on, what platform you're thinking of, and how much you want to spend. Our system will track down the right system for your budget. And in case you need to make any adjustments, you can just click Customize and add a few tweaks however you see fit. Simple, straight to the point. But what if you need something more? You know your stuff. You just don't have the time to build a custom DIY PC from scratch. That's where Custom Configurator comes in. Choose from the newest cutting-edge hardware on the market, and we'll build you your dream PC just the way you like it. We even have a section filled with extras just in case you need them. But what if you need a system now? You know your tech, and you just need a PC to play the latest and greatest thing that just came out. We got you. iBuyPower RDY systems are exactly for you. Featuring the same amazing part selection from our DIY configurator, these pre-built systems ship within 24 hours and are guaranteed to arrive on your doorstep as quickly as possible. You'll be ready for anything that comes your way. 3 different ways to build a PC, one simple way to do it. iBuyPower.com. However you game, we got you.
What's up, guys? I'm Heston, and welcome to Room for Improvement, the show where we take college gamers and transform their living spaces into the ultimate gaming setup.
This is nuts.
Let's get started.
Attention, all gamers. Start your engines!
What do you see that no one else does? When you fall down, when you aim higher, when you build like...
Hello and welcome back, Rocket League fans. First and foremost, I want to come back in and give a shout out to our sponsors, the organizations that do make this possible. That's iBuyPower, it's Legion by Lenovo, that's the ECAC, and the CSMG.
You know, talk about, I think you might be forgetting one, my pal.
Can't imagine that's ever the case. I'm
You want to
usually
take a look
correct.
at your camera?
Oh my
quick?
goodness. Oh my goodness. They never actually told me how to put these on. I couldn't really hear
it
anything
happens.
there.
It happens, man. It happens. Yeah, I
Couldn't
was
really hear
kind of
anything
wondering.
there. I'm sure they are sort of functional. All jokes aside, I've been rocking with these stingers for quite a while. We're talking about, oh, okay, there it goes. We're talking about a little bit of giveaway action here as everything falls down around. Maybe that's an allegory for life. We are looking at a giveaway here from HyperX, $150 here in this giveaway package. First and foremost, we got the Cloud Silver headset. I believe that's a wireless one as well, DesRex. And the Alloy FPS Pro mechanical gaming keyboard, quite a mouthful there, as well as the Pulsefire FPS gaming mouse. Again, I'm going to go ahead and shoot that link into chat. Bam, type on that one, or click on that one, go on into whatever browser you use. Excuse me, go forth, and there's multiple different ways to kind of up your chances of winning this $150 prize package, but you got to do it there if you want it. Philip chat, spam whatever. We got CSI taking on the Western Virginia University Potomac State College. That's WVU, as we'll refer to them henceforth.
Wait. Okay. We gotta back up here because too much happened over the course of our little break. Because Tugboat, I believe we're on the finals now, are we?
We are. Semifinals match
boy.
played off stream there, and that went down. I believe that was WVU taking that 3-1 after CSI took the thumb screws, put them straight to the University of Delaware on this one. The Blue Hens sent packing, flocking down south for the summer or something like that. That's what birds do, right?
So I don't know what's going on with my screen right now, but I'm looking a little wild right now. If you take a look at me right now.
Hello from reality to another world over there, my friend.
A little bit robotic, but hey, it happens. It happens. Production
They told me
issues
about
do
that.
happen.
They told me about that with LA, right? That all kinds of crazy stuff.
There we
happened
go.
Out there. There you go. He is
Yeah,
back
there we go.
into the in the realm of the living.
Sometimes hiccups in production happen, where they don't happen on HyperX products. Be sure to enter that giveaway, baby.
Love the plug. I love the plug, DesRex. Always the caster, my man. You're making it easy here with me. We got Medals, Undying Glory, and Legends going to be made here. That's what's on the line between the CSI, that's the College of Staten Island, or the Car Soccer Investigators, taking on the Western Virginia University Potomac State College, WVU PSC, on the other side. CSI coming into this one with a little bit more dominant performance, 3-0 after University of Delaware dropped 2-4, then 4-5, then 1-2 on stream. We did get a lot of overtime action in one of those games, though, DesRex.
Yeah, we got a lot of overtime action, and we did see some weaknesses out of Staten Island as well. They did have some struggles in that matchup where Delaware were able to score on them earlier, but you could see once they were able to recover and off of the back of 11-10, as we talked about earlier, they were able to find that recovery, find those shots, and take that series 3-0 at the end of the day.
Yes, sir. Put your predictions on in chat for who is going to be taking this one and what score-wise. This will not, just to be clear, this will not affect your chances of winning the HyperX giveaway. The only way you can do that is signing up on our link. Now, coming on into this one, player to be watched, obviously that's 11-10, right? Staten Island has been doing so much off the back of this player.
Yeah, we saw the shot after shot after shot that he's able to take. When you are able to set him up, he will find the position, he will have the boost, he will be in the right spot, right time. But that's the thing that we saw at Staten Island. They did need the setup for 11-10. They weren't always able to find it. That was the kink in the armor that we saw in the previous games.
Gotcha. Getting updates here from the old producer man. Appreciate you, Sam Price, producing away and making our jobs as casters just so much easier. Western Virginia University did put down their opponent. That was Illinois Wesleyan. 3-0. I thought it was 3-1, but math's hard. That's
wow.
Right. Generally, I do play-by-play. You can't expect me to do any sort of math here.
Wow, and we were a little more excited about that one. We know West Virginia is a very powerful contender when it comes to this bracket, but Illinois Wesleyan were no slouches. Unfortunately, they were nothing in comparison to West Virginia. So West Virginia, they look pretty hot coming into this. So do Staten Island. They're off a 3-0 of their own, so we have a competitive matchup here tonight, Doug.
Yes, sir. Came before this. Now CSI won it 3-2, but yes, both of these teams on 3-0 wins. Some fast action so far, and Rots puts it to him first.
So quick. West Virginia, they don't give a damn what just happened over at Staten Island's game. They're focused on their own game of Rocket League, and they spike it in within the first 8 seconds.
8 seconds. That is the fastest goal on the stream and a foot forward, a statement made by your West Virginia University squad.
Yeah, now Staten Island, they gotta find a response. Can't just eat it that quickly and let this run right through. Staten Island are trying to knock it over towards West Virginia's side of the field, but West Virginia, they are going to be the better when it comes to boost control. You can see right there, Azaro has a lot of boost to work with. It is going to get blocked away, and we're going to see response coming out of Staten Island.
Yeah, this happened so fast. We barely had opportunity to introduce these players. 11 Lux and Driftsy, but my God, Driftsy does not want to hear his name said just on the lineup. He wants that score goal to go in here. Tied up situation.
Yeah, he wants his name shouted, man. He was able to just slide that one back in and throw it right back in the face of West Virginia.
Yes, sir. A pack to the face. Never a good feeling. Back to the middle. Staten Island losing this one so far. Now, 11-10 up to the top. Dangerous situations. That's what we're predicated for.
And here we go. West Virginia will find the ball pop. Mux is able to knock it back over towards West Virginia. But Virginia can't seem to get complete control. Staten Island just barely able to love tap it, but there we go. There's the horde. There's the squad. There's West Virginia trying to stampede it into the goal. Staten Island. Staten Island have a response here, but West Virginia with the demo gonna knock it straight towards the goal. 11-10 will find the block.
Fantastic stuff so far, but Staten Island has been playing a very solid defense. They've gotten good blocks out of this. West Virginia has had to put everything in a bag of chips into just simply getting there. Now they're going to be back on rotation. Staten Island back in the big boost capabilities.
Yeah, 11-10 has a lot of boost to work with. He's got to work fast, though, because Goal Food will find the goal. 2-1, West Virginia go up.
West Virginia out here eating on the back of Goal Food. Fantastic stuff on this. Little Rubik's Cube action there at the end, just to show them that it's calculated.
Beautiful play, back and forth once again. But are we going to see a situation where 11-10 can slide in those goals? Can Staten Island do it? You can see the early offense coming out of West Virginia. Every time you let them, Rots will find his way in.
Yeah, that's Rots. May not be dry, though. Fantastic stuff. 11-10 uncharacteristically pulling out of goal, keeping eye on the ball. We really should have been paying attention to his offender. Minute 37 seconds into this one. West Virginia up by 2.
So knocked over towards the center field, going towards Staten Island side once again. But Rots, keep an eye on this guy. In the early game, he is slippery. He can snake away. Mux trying to get some ball control here, but with 3 minutes on the clock, there still is a lot of time for Staten Island to work with. They do want to fight their way back into this game.
Ross getting it taken away for right now. Staten Island doing a decent job of just simply getting in front of this ball, taking it away, and opening up opportunities for him. But just like that, Driftsy playing a back position when he really need to be on offense. Now, WVU on offense.
Yeah, you can see that Staten are a little bit afraid after some of those spikes that we saw come out of Rots, and there's a reason to be, as Azaro tries to set up for another goal. Staten just barely there in the nick of time.
Exactly what they needed. Staten Island's not been able to enjoy this big boost capabilities, but Driftsy now coming with a second shot attempt on and the second goal. It's been all Driftsy all the time this first half of game number 1.
Yeah, you saw right there, 11-10 able to slide it on towards the side of the field, and Driftsy is set up in prime position to dunk that one. Now Staten Island need one more goal to be able to tie this one up. West Virginia, got to watch them in those early game, though.
Very happy that we have a competitive grand finals matchup now. This started out really all West Virginia all the time. As it is, much more competitive.
11-10 able to get the juke. Driftsy tries to set up for the shot. 11-10 not the right spot, though. Mux will send it back over towards West Virginia as Driftsy looks for the setup, but he's not going to be able to get it. It's going to be ridden over towards Staten Island side of the field as Mux spikes it back down.
Staten Island's kind of opting for this 2-1 offense and defense both ways. The only problem with that is that it's very easily readable, and all West Virginia has to do is communicate about it. That continues on. It's very easy solutions to offenses and defenses like this.
And here we go. 11 setting up for a shot. Tries to send it down the center, but can't quite get it just yet. Driftsy. Rotz will slide it right over him as Driftsy looks for the setup once again, but Goal Food is there. Boost grabbed by Mux as he's going to go for the line drive straight for the goal. Rotz, unfortunately, on the backboard, and Rotz finding the block as well. Goal Food will send it back over towards Staten Island as Mux knocks it over one more time, trying to set up for one more attempt, but they cannot get it. Driftsy, however, will get the intercept, but Rotz is on the counter.
If Rotz didn't get there right then, that would have been a perfect angle. We'd be lining back up at 3-3 with a 50-50 back to the true neutral. Fantastic stuff on the defense. Both of these teams really showing up.
Here we go. Knock center once again. Azro Driftsy into the air. Goal Food trying his best to make sure he knocks it and stays on Staten Island, and so does Rotz. He slides in one more time. Finds another goal.
Driftsy really bit on this one as well. It's time to move. It's time to move on to ball. It's not going in with that by itself, and there's only one player in scoring position. As it is, pretty much the quintessential 60-second drill down by 2 coming in now for Staten Island.
So brilliant play coming out of West Virginia as they set up once again. Keep an eye on Rotz. He's the slippery one when it comes to these very, very early scenarios. As looking for the spike will be Goal Food, but he won't be able to get it. Staten Island now get ball control.
Double whiff, one on offense, one on defense. Not something we've grown accustomed to seeing so far. Mux with a solid shot. If that was centered, this would have been done, dusted, and a goal. Almost up to it. 11 teams, the one who misses, and now too high.
So high. Goodbye, though. Staten Island Mux. He will find the shot, able to just barely slide it on in. No one there to block him.
This is just simple Rocket League right there. Love to see it. The 2-1 pays off for Staten Island in spades with 26 seconds left here, Deserex.
Staten Island, they need to make a goal quickly, Tugboat. They need to find it. They need to be the aggressors. Can they against West Virginia, though? Rotz has been so clutch.
Oh, no. Just giving up an easy one right here. Mux coming up to it, and I'm not sure if he didn't read that it was coming to the top right. Goal Food's bottom left on it, and it's always up to the other 180-degree angle. Oh, well. 17 seconds, still technically possible, but pretty much outside the realm of reality right now.
Yeah, this game one is pretty firmly in the hands of West Virginia, and so is ball control. Mux will be able to intercept it out of the air, though, and now it's just a game of keeps away.
Keep away,
just
yes,
try and
sir.
knock it down to the ground and get this round over, get the game in the pocket of West Virginia.
Yep, the sand slipping through the hourglass now. West Virginia putting on a performance 4-2 fashion that Staten Island just did against University of Delaware in our previous semifinals match. Taking a look at 11 shots attempted here for our winning squad. That's your West Virginia squad. Only 5 for Staten Island. So yes, Staten Island had like a better shot percentage completion rate, technically. When you get 11 up, almost doubling up on shot attempts, not going to happen. Like seriously, that just shows how much ball possession, how much like time really this offense for the West Virginia University squad had. Once you have that much time, there's not going to be so many situations that you can really score on the other side.
And Tugboat, can we talk about Rotz for a second here? Because he was insane. He was pivotal towards that victory of West Virginia. As we head into this game number 2, we saw what he would do. He would constantly just sneak on in from the sides while his team found the setup, dunk it every single time. He got 2 early goals in right off on the kickoff.
Yeah, in Staten Island, their worst enemy is Rotz. A very close number. Okay, I was going to say a very close number 2 is this backboard, just simply sending this one to a little bit too high. Mux had a very solid shot open net-wise earlier, hit a little bit too high. Driftsy does not make the same mistake.
That was so close to hitting the top bar there. So close, Tugboat.
Yeah, I'm going to say a angle difference of 5 degrees that have been bouncing up and down, we'd still be there.
So Staten Island, they're the first one to get on the board this time. Can they keep up this momentum and continue to find victories? We'll find out. Driftsy gets control of the ball. It is sent over towards West Virginia's side once again. Rotz has that ball control, gets it knocked into the air, but 11 is watching. He is on defense. 3 members there of Staten Island on the defense.
Rod's given time and boost to pick this one up. Kind of rotate around the side, and now that's Goldfood picking up, as Zero will get a hand on this in just a minute. Isn't able to stop it, though, so Staten Island now on offense. Never mind, that's Rocket League for you.
Goldfood was another one of West Virginia's members who did put on a pretty good performance in that last game. 2 of the goals attributed straight to him. Now, nice block coming in, 11-team. We'll be able to get the intercept as Rotz once again knocks it over towards Staten Island side of the field. Rotz, keep an eye on this man because he can be a monster in Staten Island. You know, they're starting to fear him as Goldfood goes to the shot. It goes up way too high. 11-team tries to set up the recovery. Rotz looks to come in from the other end as he goes for the shot. Keep an eye on Rotz because if you give him an opportunity, he will find it.
Every single time. And look at this. The only player actually playing this ball right now was Driftsy over on the side. The other 2 Staten Island members are just playing tiddlywinks down bottom. There's no reason to be on ground when this is coming in. You know it's going to come aerially. It always has from West Virginia so far. And really, and also they're literally a car length away from each other. The bump potential there is all day, and that is not a good setup for a good defense.
So 1-1, we are even in this game number 2 of this best of 5 finals. Staten Island now having ball control. Tries to set it over towards the side of the field. Can't get the spike into the goal just yet. Now it's West Virginia's ball controls. 11-team tries to find it out of their hands. Driftsy will not be able to outplay Rotz. It gets sent over towards Staten Island side.
Staten Island wants to get back on in this one. They gotta get 11-team back on in this. The rotations for 11-team simply have not been there as much.
And right there, Azaro, another one of the highlight players we were just talking about, just slides it on in from the high 45-degree angle, able to find that goal.
It's kind of just more kind of 1 + 1 = 2, more simple addition so far it seems for Western University. They know that all they have to do is test players and put one after the next, and then again just the bad angles. Fantastic stuff from Mux from keeping that alive, but just the bad angles from other members of Staten Island, just not something we've grown accustomed to.
For that angle, it didn't even look like it was about to go in, but Mux just barely gets that love tap on the edge. Beautiful play. Staten Island, they're able to even it up once again.
Yeah, Zoro did everything he could down bottom. Defender joined him, so double down bottom, but Mux just literally keeps that alive. Driftsy gets out to that one with a jump off the wall very quickly.
Oh, and now Rot's trying to get into position here. He's got a lot of boost to work with. His Goldfood launches it up once again into the air. Mux will send it, try to find the intercept. But now Azaro gets intercepted. 11-team grabs it, knocked up once again towards West Virginia's side of the field. Rotz has the control, but has no boost to try and find his way over towards Staten Island side of the field as Drifty sets up for another shot, but cannot get it. Goldfood is there.
Another big difference in this game so far is not just angles like that. Mux unfortunately whiffs another one, but West Virginia has gotten simply way better redirects and kind of much better clears when they are on defense. Just like that, Staten Island down on the defense.
And now Staten Island, they find their way to the offense, trying to set up for the shot here, but Rotz with an aggressive, brutal block, stopping Staten Island from being able to get that goal. Now what will West Virginia do? Goldfood tries to set it up. It is going high. That's not where you want it. So close to going in. Here comes Goldfood. He can't find it. And Staten Island, they just barely get the defense. But there is the demo. Drifty tries to get a shot of his own, but Azaro will knock it into the air. Mux once again finds it. So does Rotz. Holy moly, we got a competitive matchup.
Competitive match. That's an understatement of the century. Love to see it so far. That is one incredibly close goal that Rotz just literally bends space and time, takes his car apart mid-air to get to in a very similar situation on the defense of their side. Fantastic stuff. Exciting.
Oh, and now 55 seconds left on the clock. We're still at a tie game. Rotz back up, dealing with 11-team. Going for the ball control. He's going around the edge. Once again, keep an eye on Rotz. He comes along the long side. Azaro pops it up into the air, goes for the shot, tries to get it off the backboard, but he cannot find it. Goldfood almost can. Rotz goes for the shot as well. So close is West Virginia, but not close enough. Now it is CSI's turn. Can they get it? Drifty so close to getting that goal. Knocked up once again off the backboard. Not gonna grab it. Rotz knocks it into the air. 20 seconds left on the clock. This is so close and so tight as 11-team tips it in, but misses just barely. That would have been a goal for Staten if it was the right spot, right time. 7 seconds left on the clock. One more shot coming in for Staten Island. Can this be the hero play? The answer is going to be no. We're going into overtime.
Back up to the side, they do let it get down, but Staten Island was just in the same situation 2 games ago. They played a full another 5 minutes, basically, in overtime situations. See if they can do it again, coming on top.
Staten Island fighting tooth and nail to try and stay in on this one, to try and make this a series, but Rods, beautiful, able to get the jukes for days. Azro goes high, tries to set up the shot, but relentless as Mux as he strips it away. Goldfood able to hold some possession, but has no boost to work with. 11-team gets control.
Yeah, so might want to check for some flat tires or busted ankles out there after jukes like that. Now back, Staten Island just simply doesn't have the same pressure on offense.
Now Staten Island knocking it up, but there is Rots. Relentless he be. Goldfood now in prime position to try and set up for a goal, but has no boost to work with, so has to back off, go on the defense. Here it comes towards the side of West Virginia. Muck's gonna pop it up, but Goldfood will get it over his head.
Nice flip on the top. Maybe throw a reset on top as West Virginia getting super aggressive on this offense. Azuro flying at this one. Doesn't quite get on top of it. Staten Island assuming the offensive position again.
We're a minute in. Are we going to go for the long haul on this one? It looks like West Virginia wants to challenge that, but Staten Island, they got something to say. Going for the dunk right now. Mux comes in. Does he have the position? He does! Staten Island will make this a series.
Drives it home with a gut shot at a minute 18. Fantastic stuff. Sidebar setting this up. Driftsy getting assist on this one all day long. Love to see it. Tied up situation now, Desert X. Basically purchased ourselves a best of 3 after the tied up 1-1 in the series.
I'm excited to see it. I didn't want to see West Virginia just 3-0 and tear apart everyone they saw. Staten Island, they're able to recompose themselves, they're able to recollect themselves, and they get a victory in game number 2. Now we're just basically down to a best of 3, tugboat.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to have all 3 zeros on this run coming through. We're going to be guaranteed our game number 4. Winner of this one doesn't go home with anything. Got to take 2 of them as we go back on into it. Again, Staten Island, no strangers to overtime. Let's see how they deal with regular time, though.
Oh boy, 1-1 apiece in series, headed into game number 3 of this best of 5 grand finals here for you tonight. Already aggressive is Staten Island. They send the ball over, but look at Rots go. He has momentum, and he loves to keep this challenge going fresh. Oh, but speaking of fresh, Driftsy, clean pass there. Yeah,
we're just realizing this opening pocket after Azuro gets a very weak hit on this. That was kind of assisted by a like the situation was kind of assisted by the Staten Island player. Now 1-0, 17 seconds in. We've seen plenty of early goals. We've seen plenty of late goals. Now we just need to see Staten Island maintaining this through regular time.
All right, so Staten Island, they're the ones on the board early once again. Shades of game number 2. And as game number 2, we saw that victory come out for them. You can see right there, West Virginia coming in very aggressive to try and find that goal. But now Driftsy's in a good spot. Pass over towards him. 11-team will be the one to find the recovery instead as Mux grabs the ball. Coming in from a wide angle, sending it right over that goalpost, not setting up any shots for West Virginia. Popping it over to the top, but here comes the backboard shot. Can Rots find it? Driftsy will knock it away.
Yeah, great job slowing down to make that shot at least possible, putting the pressure onto the defense, forcing them to burn out everything, and now we have a full 3 from Staten Island just waiting for this corner boost without much else to do.
So knocked up once again. Rots trying to find those shots, man. I'm looking at Rots. I see his aggression. And, you know, even though we talked a lot about 11-team, Mux is someone who's been really stepping up in this series as well. So I really feel this Rots versus Mux rivalry going on in this series.
Rots versus Mux. We called the Rocket Dolphins or something like that. A little metal earlier.
Murder Dolphins.
Right there. The Murder Dolphins. There you go. Yes, very metal. Rots versus Mux. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Sounds like a Pokemon battle right now.
Just imagine a Pokemon that says Rots, like over and over again, like that's their name. Like, what are you saying here? Like,
I think it might be a rock type. Ooh.
That would make sense.
And I think West Virginia are really, really challenging here, trying to go for these shots. Still 3 minutes left on the clock. Staten Island are the only ones on the board right now. West Virginia, Azra tries to set up for it, but it is immediately challenged. Now 11 is the one pushing the momentum, but Rots right away with that intercept.
I gotta say, at this point, Goal Food, Rots all day long. I really want to see what happens when Azuro gets more involved in the offense. There you go, Mux with another. Hey, maybe that's what happens when my man Azuro gets involved in the ball.
See, Golfu tries so hard, but no one's in position to be able to take that block. Mux just sends it in so flush. Textbook goal coming out for Staten Island.
Yeah, good angles, good hits, not too soft, not too hard. Fantastic stuff. Azuro now with an opportunity here, taken away from the top. And yeah, Staten Island came through with his previous game, I think 11 shots attempt versus 5 or 6, so that completely swapped the other way now as we hit halftime.
And now it's Staten Island, the ones getting the goals, the ones feeling the power, feeling the momentum, but still keep an eye on Rot, still keep an eye on Goal Food. They've been great at defending against Staten Island. Just once they get one opening in, you see Mux instantly challenge it. You see 11 instantly challenge it. Oof. And speaking of a challenge right there, it's going to be West Virginia getting the demo in, going high on this shot, trying to find it, but there's no one there to back Goal Food up.
Back to the middle. Rod's trying to cover that up. Rod's actually had a decent opportunity there, and now I think we sense a theme here, Deserex. Western Virginia opting for the demos more often, especially when they go on to offense. Even a single demo on defense can be absolutely monumental in the changing of momentum. Oh! Rods puts on a clinic of how to tap balls ever so gingerly and just send them on home.
Yeah, let's see this. I want to take some pride in this one. Beautiful. The spin and everything.
A nice sunset in the afternoon, a nice cup of coffee in the morning, things that make you go, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. 100 seconds up top. See how Staten Island is able to maintain this lead. Lead of 1, no lead indeed. Rocket League.
Ooh, and already getting some clean shots to come in from West Virginia, but not finding the goal just yet. A good defense coming out of Staten Island as they're the ones who get possession of the ball, but Goal Food, you know, this guy is pretty much a magnet when it comes to this ball. He's always around it, always playing defense. Mux now gets control of the ball. Has to deal with Rots, though. That boost control is so pivotal when dealing with them, but it's Azuro instead who will tie this one up.
There you go. Third shot attempt. First goal in 2 games now. Azuro showing up. Little assist action from the man Rots. Wouldn't have been able to do it without him. Team-based game. Tied up 2-2. Might as well be 10-10. Might as well be 0-0, Deserex. Oh my goodness. 7 shots attempted from WVU. 2 for Staten Island. 2. This many.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
Quantity over quality, my man.
Spoke too soon on that one.
Yeah, Staten Island might be at a 100% completion rate. WVU all day in the offense. Looking at game number 3, the team that takes it here will be putting a lot of momentum forward into this fourth game, where it will be decided one way or another, or may be decided one way or another. Excuse me.
Yeah, 1 minute left on the clock. Driftsy going for the shot. See right there, Azuro will be able to play the defense. Still trying to keep an eye on where everyone is positioning here. Staten Island, they're the ones at the disadvantage. They're the ones who are down a point, so they're the ones who need to be able to find the play.
Good realization of the rotation there by Azuro. He realized this one was done and dusted, had to go back and pick up more boost, and then allowed teammate, had faith in the teammate to start the offensive pressure the other way. And that was only through a really impressive set of circumstances that Staten Island is on the offense right now.
Staten Island are getting a lot of control of the boost right now, so they could keep this control of the ball towards West Virginia's side for quite some time. Rots sends it over towards center field. Just barely going to whiff there. Rots has no boost to work with. He will still go for the shot. Doesn't really care. West Virginia, they're going to look to close this one out. 11. He's going to put a prayer on this one, but if this hits the floor, it is done. West Virginia, do they get the score just yet? It is still in the air, waiting for the spike. Azuro in position to find it. Down it goes. West Virginia will take game number 3, putting themselves at game point.
West Virginia coming in here, 3-2. Again, this came off of the back of the simple amount of shots attempted on goal from West Virginia. There was 8 there at the end, only 3 coming in from Staten Island. Yes, they made 2 of them, but what that tells us, again, that this West Virginia squad just simply had way more time with this ball in possession straight up. We don't have a counter for that here in the Great Game of Rocket League right so far, but you can pretty much always tell from the attempted shots on. Again, it's going to be quantity over quality in that game number 3. Now, as it is, huge foot forward. Staten Island going to have to come through with 2 games in a row to take this Grand Finals for the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference Grand Finals.
You know, those were some quality shots, though, Tugboat. Come on, you gotta give some credit there. What credit is due? You know, 2 early shots to come into Staten Island. They did show they have some momentum going for them, but yeah, unfortunately, West Virginia, they're able to play for the long con, and they continue to do so. Azaro scores, and now this is starting to look scary if you're Staten Island.
Yeah, I mean, it just always makes a statement when Staten Island is able to come forth and take the lead. I'm not saying anything bad about the shots, but like, and yes, guaranteed, 100%. There's at least 2 of them from last game that were not really attributed to Staten Island. As it is,
oh
nicely
my God!
done, back and forth in 21 seconds. See the ties scored. Both teams taking one in the first 20 seconds.
11 doesn't give a damn. Slides on through, gets that shot, open goalpost. First couple of seconds, Staten Island on the board. It is gonna be tied up. The nerves are not broken for Staten Island just yet.
Nerves of steel indeed. 11 sweeping over to that little bit of new flair as well. And oh my God, 11 stretching, breaking space and time. Just physics, what's that? Those are just mild suggestions.
Yeah, I'm feeling the fight scene right now. They are fighting faster than the eye can see, Tugboat. They are going hard right now with these attempts, with these shots.
No.
And they just keep coming. 3 goals, and we haven't even broke the first minute.
Yeah, if anybody was wondering why Azur only has 2 shot attempts on, well, you can look to his kind of teammate Driftsy for that one. 2 goals made in, both of them by Azur, only 1 shot attempted on. Believe that's going to be a 100% completion rate given that a teammate had a shot on as well. Goal Food, only 28 points. You only get 2 per touch of ball. I'm going to have to get something more going, get a lot more involved in that.
Still going for these long distance plays, but now it's leaving them open. Rots going for the shot off the backboard. No one there to follow it up as it's sent towards center field. Now goal will get outplayed. 11 knocks it over the top. Goal Food will be able to recover it, send it over towards Rots, but Mux with the challenge there, with the contest. It is competitive, it is hot, but the goal is set up. No one in prime position to send it home for West Virginia. Now Driftsy, as well as 11, playing a little bit of hot potato here as they knock it over towards West Virginia's side of the field, almost getting scored on in the process. This is a tight game.
Driftsy getting the save, throwing Epic on top of it, and Muggs comes again, but that's not gonna be enough. Western Virginia taking the 2-1 lead, or the 2-goal lead at 3-1 now. 3-2-1 up top as well. Look at that.
Rots. That's all I gotta say. Rots, just down the center, aggressive play. Rots comes in, gets the score. Staten Island, down 2 now. This is game point. West Virginia could take this right here, right now. And now, Staten Island, they know what's at stake. They have their response.
Absolutely. Coming with a New York pride to Staten Island. 1 goal separating these 2 teams. Plenty of time. We're not even in halftime. That's usually when I stereotypically say, well, whatever happens in the first half of the game can always be reversed in the second half of the game. And we're not even there yet, Cesarex.
No, these are heavyweight blows right now. These are haymakers between West Virginia and Staten Island. Now Staten Island, keep in mind, they're at disadvantage.
Oh my!
Already said earlier that game point, Staten Island almost getting scored on. That could have been a nail in the coffin. Staten Island need to be careful.
Be very careful. Another decently on-point shot right here. Rod's trying to cover it up. A 0 to the middle. Mux gets to it again, throwing Epic on top of that save.
Ooh, but look at Goal Food. Another block coming in from Staten Island. 11 will recover the ball, now send it in towards center field, but Azaro feels the momentum, takes the shot, Buck steals it away. Now Rots with possession is Drifty, knocks it away from Rots' hands. 11 will be able to recover once again, but an aggressive play from Goal Food almost gets a goal.
Thanking his lucky stars, whatever he believes in afterlife-wise, that was not farther into the outside, and not gonna happen again. Your God will not answer you twice.
Fingers crossed if you're Staten Island, because Rots will not relent. He will not let go. He is relentless. He is bringing West Virginia so far ahead in a lead at match point. Staten Island, it is showtime. You got to get 2 goals within 2 minutes. Can it happen?
Rots is inevitable. Quote a popular Marvel movie, and that's just a tiny bit too high. That one is not.
Again! What the hell, Rots? He comes in, goal after goal after goal. The love tap from Goal Food. Rots with the dunk straight through the center.
Yeah, gut shot right here, and now Staten Island is a bleeding. Great job by teammate, by the way, just simply getting on out of dodge. At a certain point, you just gotta realize, my teammate's got it, it's okay. I don't need to show up in the kill feed, or in the score feed, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, because I was honestly very close to teammate blocking away his shot.
Critical health right now for Staten Island. They are bleeding, and they are trying their hardest to stay in this grand finals. But West Virginia, they are not letting go just yet, keeping that ball control. You kept talking about it, Tugboat. How many shots this squad takes. Staten Island are trying to find some shots of their own, though, as they're able to get 2 consecutively. Not getting it towards the center. Here comes Drifty, able to knock it into the air. Will anyone on Staten Island be able to set up to find a response to get that shot in? Drifty is in the right spot, but the block from West Virginia is brutal, and the hope is fading from Staten Island's eyes as they just can't seem to get the ball in.
I hear you. Now the pressure is there, but we have now reached at 70 seconds, Desrex, a keep away situation. WVU knows this. That means weak shots, heavy defense. Goal score difference of 3 is almost impossible at this point.
11 responding quite well there to be able to keep the ball
There it
still
is!
steadily on the side of West Virginia, but the block. Driftsy almost finds it. Was that the last hope right there, Tugboat? Was that the last shot that Staten Island had?
Goal Food is the last man back on that. That's decently up, and yes, you ask a question, you get an answer, Desrex. That's what you get casting with me. 4 goals, this one's done and dusted. An average of 9.5 seconds per goal required for Staten Island just to tie it up.
And you see Rots coming out like a bat out of hell on that last shot. Doesn't even get it in. It's Goal Food who tips it the long way. 35 seconds left on the clock. Staten Island, they put up a good fight. They made this a series. They didn't let this be a 3-0. But this is the final nail in the coffin right here. This is all but textbook for West Virginia as they take another shot. Azaro goes high, bouncing off the backboard. It is scored once again. A victory lap for Rots.
Yeah, taking 1 to go, ordering the food, put it in a doggy bag to go. A little styrofoam container for that one. It's going to taste tasty later on, gentlemen. I can guarantee you that. Western Virginia University thereby solidifying their W, because I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I hope this isn't too controversial. 5 goals in 17 seconds is impossible. 4 goals in 11 seconds. I'm still sticking with it. I'm still sticking with it, friend.
It is impossible. All right, let's see the challenge right now. Drifty.
It is physically possible if all of Western Virginia literally puts down their controllers right now.
Drifty heard that. That's all I'm going to say. Drifty heard that, and he's going to try as hard as he doesn't care if it's impossible. Shot set up. Let's see. Here we go. 7 seconds left on the clock. Let's go. 4 goals, baby. Nope. West Virginia, they're just too damn good, Tugboat. They are going to win your grand finals for the ECAC.
My man.
Esports Rocket League.
Yes, sir. This one, just recounting scores here. Game numero uno. That's 4-2 for Western Virginia. 2-3 overtime situations for Staten Island. 2-4 in game number 3 for Western Virginia, and then Western Virginia just comes away with it. Runaway train on this one, 7-3 in the very end. Now, of course, we frequently see our game 4s kind of going like that because you see the other team just putting it all into offense, just saying, screw it. You know, if we lose by 10, we lose by 10. If we lose by 1, we lose by 1. We're still out into this one. Now, 3-1 is not a scoreline that you're going to come out of this one, and again, it's not going to keep you up at night. You still took Western Virginia to the boards, really put the thumb screws to them again, but at the end of the day, that really is kind of why we see a 7-3 in the end. Western Virginia just does not let up the offense on this one because it's more methodical. It's more mathematical. You know what I'm saying? It's more 1 + 1 = 2 when you're talking about Western Virginia University squad coming in to a scoreline like that towards the end of game 4.
Yeah, and Tugboat, like, even though we spent a lot of time hyping up Rots because he had some really heroic shots there, that was some brutal play coming out of him. They look great as a team. Their whole squad all together. Azro was able to find the less fancy shots. He found more of the love taps than anything else, but he was still getting shots nonetheless.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Goal Food, I said it earlier during the cast, he was magnetic towards that ball. He would fight for ball control left and right to try and make sure it was swiped away for Staten Island. So Rots can continue to try and find more of those shots.
Absolutely, absolutely. Looking at it, I'm really glad that Azuro got more involved in this game towards the end. Yes, his shots may have been more methodical, more kind of like open net situations, but again, team-based game, 3v3, you're not very frequently going to be able to do everything like that yourself, and a lot of these word assisted were opened up for Azuro by teammates.
Quantity
Now,
over quality,
7-3,
right?
A 7-3 scoreline, man, in game 4. It might taste a little bit bad, but again, 3-1, not that bad at the end of the day. As it is, like I said, eternal glory, legends made now of the Western Virginia University squad. That's Rots, Goldfood, and Azuro coming on in here. Now, we have an update for you guys as well. It is 1-1 in the RPI versus Johnson & Whale Overwatch Finals, so that's still going on here for the ECAC Esports. Now, I realize this is actually kind of on me. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to get an interview action after this one for some of the Rocket League players, but we are looking at it as what I'm told. So we're going to come back here in about 60 seconds, one way or another. We'll tell you guys what's going on, if that's just it, done and dusted, and you're done seeing these beautiful faces, or if we're going to have some fantastic interview action coming at you. Now, Desterex, is there anything else we have before we go to a very short break?
We got nothing else. We already said what we needed to do. We hyped up the players. Everyone looked great, even though it was a 3-1. Staten Island, still spectacular. And of course, West Virginia. Hats off to you. Let's go over to that break, Tugboat.
Yes, sir. Be right back with you guys.
Welcome back, everyone, to the ECAC Esports Rocket League Finals. It was a great matchup, Tugboat, but we got ourselves an interview to be had, and it was a player we're hyping up quite a bit. That is gonna be Rots. So, Rots, thank you for your time, and go ahead and hop on in. He's gonna be on the line with us. He will not have a webcam, but first things first, I gotta ask you, Rots, how is it being in the whole collegiate scene when it comes to esports and Rocket League?
It's good. It's really hard to make a name for yourself, so winning something like this definitely get your name out there and hopefully bring in more recruits and show that we can compete at the highest level and continue moving forward.
Well,
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Well, the inclusion of the college here, obviously, the more attention there and more people involved in the esports club, going to have a lot more attention, a lot more support, maybe even a lot more money. Who knows?
True.
I'm not the one in trouble. I'm not the one
Yeah.
in charge of that one. I'm not. If I was, you'd have all the money in the world poured down on top of you there, Rots. We're gonna have so I got a couple questions here for you. Game 4 came through a little bit of a different scoreline, we could say 7-3, far and away the biggest score difference of 4 across your 4 games. I want to ask you, was that more a result of Stat Down kind of just giving up the defense, more pouring the offense because they knew they were about to lose? Otherwise, like if you don't score right now, then you're done dusted anyway. Again, doesn't matter if you lose by 10, you lose by 1. Or was it more off the back of just Western Virginia, just kind of you guys learning what you needed to do and really putting it to Staten Island?
I think it was more adapting and kind of nerves in the beginning because, like I said, this is our first championship that we've won. So I think
And
a
you
little bit
guys
of
are
nerves.
casting it, honestly. That makes 100% sure. That makes 100% sense.
Yeah, so being able to adapt throughout the game because we just played at Illinois Wesleyan earlier, who has a very more defensive, slow play style, and to come out here where they have a very aggressive, bump heavy play style. So it was hard to adjust at first, but once we did, it showed, and we were able to put home the win.
I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind was a saying way before Rocket League, but really a phrase that Staten Island was able to take to heart on this one. Demos, yes, but bumps really did have a huge effect in this previous game. Now, you talked a little bit about nerves and whatnot. I want you to expand a little bit upon that. What really changed coming into this game against Staten Island from games 1 on into the end of game 4?
So the beginning, we were hyping ourselves up. We were getting pretty excited, and then we were nervous because we expected to come out guns blazing, winning, scoring all these goals. But once we realized it was a close game, we started getting a little nervous here and there. But as the game went on, we relaxed, calmed down, and ended up putting up the shots that we needed to, not missing the balls that we shouldn't miss, and put home the win. It was really nice.
There you go. Like you said, more methodical answer. Last question here. We talked about kind of hyping each other up. Gotta ask, is there a Western Virginia University like pre-match hype methods that you guys go about that you always like visit before this match to kind of get in that mind frame of really competing at a high level?
Honestly, not really.
PG.
No, just kind of exciting. Let's go, get ready for the match. Kind of like pep talks, like what we need to do, what we need to focus on. Kind of more just getting in the mindset to prepare into the series and, go home with it.
There you go. There you go. Nice PG answer from Rods. I love it.
Of course.
Rods, really do appreciate you, man, coming in and giving us a minute of your time after this game. Again, undying glory, trophies, MVPs, everything else going on the way of Western Virginia University, and congrats on your win, Rods.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Not a problem. We only get winners in the interview box. FBI here, Desrex over here. Desrex, we got anything else really here before we tell the good people to do?
Nah, Rocket League, it's always hot, it's always fast, it's always fun. And the series today, even though we did have some that were a little bit one-sided, we did have glimmers of competition regardless, nonetheless. Every team brought their best, and hats off to them for trying their hardest. They did get far into this tournament. Of course, Staten Island, you did lose, but it is second place nonetheless, first going over to West Virginia. So again, congratulations to them, and hats off to all the teams that performed here today.
Exactly. Western Virginia University, just in case you're just joining us for whatever reason, 3-1 Staten Island here in the grand finals. Shout out to them. This will not by any means be the last you'll see of the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference. I'm going to go ahead and shoot you guys this link in chat again so that you can go forth and sign up for the $150 prize pool package that's being given away here. We are looking at, it's been a long day, a lot of notes. The HyperX Esports package here. That is one Cloud Silver wireless headset. That's the Alloy FPS Pro Mechanical Gaming Keyboard, that high quality clickety clack. then coming through the Pulsefire FPS gaming mouse as well. Yes, these might be FPSs, but you can guarantee to use them in the great game of Rocket League. Shout out to our sponsors as well, iBuyPower, Legion by Lenovo, the Eastern Collegiate Athletic Conference, of course, HyperX, as you see here on stream, as well as CSMG, the Collegiate Sports Management Group. And with that, I believe, Deserex, we have reached my least favorite part of any broadcast, and that, of course, is the end. FBI Tugboat here. You can find me over on Twitter at FBI_Tugboat. Huge shout out to our man, the producer, Sam Price, producing away, making our jobs as casters just so much easier. And Deserex, correct me if I'm wrong, you spell it just like that to find you on Twitter, right?
Yep, just like this. At Deserux, my name, Eric Deserux Badran. Gotta roll that R as well.
Gotcha. Don't try and type that into Twitter, though. I don't think you'll have much luck there. Yes, sir. Deserex there. Again, really hope you guys enjoy the commentary. Follow away if you did, and definitely hit that like button on the stream here for the ECAC over on Twitch. Thanks you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Take care.